Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisbeth. For those who don't know me, I have a long time that I don't post no videos. I've just been living life. A lot has happened. Like, I'm a whole mom now. And so that is basically what has brought me here again to continue making these videos for you guys. But the reason why I did decide to come back is because now I feel that I have found my purpose. I have found, something that I'm really into, and it's self-improvement, self-growth, self-development. And I'm really thankful for everything that I went through in the past 2 years, because it has brought me here to want to be hungry for the knowledge. And now I've been creative enough to think through that I really want to share this with you guys, because I know that sometimes we don't sit back and we think like, hey, what is the area in my life I can improve with? We just kind of go with the flow sometimes. And that's what I was doing back then. And so now that I've grown a little bit older, I've seemed to realize, hold up, I need to take time with certain areas of myself to really kind of like improve and be better, because we don't want to stay stuck in the same part of our timelines. The reason why I am making this video is because I know that at some point in our lives, we feel dissatisfied, we feel stuck, we feel lost, we feel, very confused about where our lives are at or where it's going. But my goal for this video is to share with you guys some good words, even from my experience, that have helped me to realize that there is beauty in the struggle. And no, I am not a psychologist, I am not a counselor, I am not a life mentor, but I do believe that the mind is a very powerful tool that you can use to either make you or break you, right? So we're going to try to use it to our advantage and kind of, be more self-aware of the thoughts we bring into ourselves. We are so used to approaching things, situations, a certain way, of thinking a certain way, that it's kind of secondhand nature to us. But I'm here in hopes that you can challenge yourself to put a stop to this cycle of thinking, of, negative thought process, to this negative cycle, this toxic cycle you have with your mental, right? Because it's mental, it's in your head. And like I said, the mind is a powerful thing, and whatever your mind thinks, your body is going to portray and is going to, play out on the outside. Every time that we find ourselves in an inconvenient situation, we tend to just act out of, emotions. We don't really make rational decisions because we let our emotions control our actions. So I feel like that's really key. I feel that it's key for us to kind of sit back and let the situation sink in and think rationally, think slow about things, not just act on impulse. I feel that that's something I really struggle with. It is something really hard. It's a habit that needs to become a lifestyle for you. And, when you've been this way all your life, it's really hard. But the way we get better is by practicing to do that in every situation we can. In every situation, we find the opportunity to put this into play, right? So I want you to be mindful of this, because that is your higher self. That is the self that is way better than what you really think you are, because all this time you've just been acting on whatever, whatever you feel, whatever comes up to your mind, but you don't really have time. Have you ever been in an argument, right? And you go home after, you're like, oh my God, I should have said this, right? Because you acted out of your emotions. You were so angry, you were so upset at the time that you didn't take the time to even think of what you was gonna say. You didn't even know how you felt at the moment. You just, you just let it out. You acting off impulse. And yeah, that's a great example. But again, I want to emphasize that this is your higher self. This is the self you really want to tune into, because it's going to bring you to another different level in life. It's going to open doors for you, and you're going to feel so self-accomplished, because it does really come from within. I'm going to give you guys a couple of examples on things you can do to help you achieve this way of life. Whether that's taking deep breaths in a situation that will regularly like make you angry, break you, and maybe planning out, your next plan right after your next one fails, right? Because we often tend to let those bad moments put us in a slump. We think the world is ending when in reality it's not. I was listening to a YouTube video earlier, and it was a Jim Ron video, and it said if the problem is big, it's probably because the gift is big, you know. And I really want to believe that that's really the way it is. Like when you are going through the worst of times, that means something so good is coming. You're preparing. God is just preparing you. Life is preparing you for this gift he has for you. If you're struggling or undergoing any pressure, please do not give under any circumstances to this situation. There is light at the tunnel. However, it is up to you to go find it, because things just don't come to your hand. So if you're in this cycle of negative thoughts, this is the time you want to take to really break them. So next time you're going through a difficult situation, that is the time you want to take to really embrace yourself, to really think what is the best outcome you can take out of this negative situation. And maybe at the moment it might seem like your world is ending, but trust me, there is always something better you can get out of the situation by positive thinking, right? Don't victimize yourself. If you feel that you're going through a difficult time, don't just sit there and cry about it. Think, what can I do so this won't happen again? What can I do so that next time I won't get the same results? How can I better myself? Right? So there is always two options: sit there and cry about it, or go find a solution for it. And number two, go find a solution for it, is what will bring you to a healthier and less toxic way of thinking. They say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I feel that this just doesn't pertain to the outer looks or the appearance. I feel that this also signifies the way you see a problem that most people will view as negative. I believe that negative moments can fuel you with goals, with vision, with determination. I feel that when we're comfortable, we really forget that there is room for improvement and for self development. When we're uncomfortable, we tend to go in this slump stage where we don't go nor forward, nor backwards. We just like to sit there in the pain. And that's horrible. That's terrible. So there are many ways you can help yourself be more positive. And one of those ways is to practice positive self-talk. This is crucial. I feel like we could be our biggest critics sometimes, and this can lead you to have a negative opinion on yourself, and this could be really hard to change and to prove yourself otherwise. But to stop this, you really have to be mindful with the thoughts that really go into your head, that you let into your head. This also goes in hand with being more confident, because once you know that you can rely on yourself and trust on yourself and count on yourself on any given situation, you'll be more confrontational about it. You'll be more brave to confront the situation heads on, instead of shying away and getting yourself in this bubble. You will not believe what even a small shift on how you speak to yourself can help shift the way you see yourself, and it can influence the way you react to things, because it helps you give less of your energy to negative situations, and that's what we want. We want to constantly remind ourselves that there is always a better approach to things. When you feel like you've messed something up, I want you to say to yourself, I'll try a different way. I'll try again a different way. I don't want you to sit there and drown on your thoughts, because that is not going to take you anywhere. You are not allowing yourself, when you do that, to grow. You are not allowing yourself to self-improve. You are not allowing life to give you gifts, right? You're rejecting things. You're running away from it. And when you run away from it, what do you get in return? Nothing but other negative things. The second advice I have for you guys, it is to spend time with positive people. I don't know about you guys, but I am so in tune with vibes and vibrations. The way people feel is extremely contagious, whether it's good or bad. Have you noticed a person in a bad mood in a room full of people, and they could bring almost everybody in that room down with them? That is because you're feeding off their energy. I like to use parents as an example. You know, most of us have great parents, but when it comes to sharing your ideas with them, you kind of have to hold back because they will smash it all down to the ground with their negative talk and their, opinions. And this could play an impact on the way you think. So maybe sometimes you will want to keep some things to yourself so that way you don't get influenced by their opinions, and that way you can just let your great ideas sink into your mind. On the other hand, being around more positive people can intensify your chances of being successful in life. I find myself with little to no friends, and as controversial as this may sound, I actually love it this way. I love being by myself. I love not giving people the power to influence the way I act or think, especially in this generation. I feel that girls, are just so shallow and so like, it is hard to explain, and that's for something for another video, maybe, I don't know. But yes, I really think that I feel like I am my true self. I don't let the way other people act have an impact on the way I act. I feel like I'm so pure into myself, and I love it, and I would not change that for anything. So please consider the people you choose to spend your time with. Aim for people who would want to help you and see you do good. So be careful with these people because, yeah, choose them wisely. Identifying the area of negativity is probably one of the most important ones. I feel that everything starts in recognition, because when you recognize what area you're kind of failing with or struggling with, that is the area, that's when you're gonna know what area to target. So you're gonna focus in that area and you're gonna better yourself in that aspect. If you really want to better yourself, you would want to take some time and think deep in situations where you kind of let those situations get the best of you. If you can't think of any, maybe try to get people that you spend most of your time with to kind of pinpoint some of the situations that you tend to lean and be more negative in. So maybe it's, when you're at work, you're handling a whole bunch of people, you don't have the patience. Maybe it's when you're driving, you're stuck in traffic, but you really want to focus in targeting these situations each at a time so you don't overwhelm yourself. Because like I said before, this is not an easy task. This comes with time. But the key to, achieving success in this aspect is to take it day by day. It would be slow improvement, but it would be improvement. So you're not, we're not going backwards. And I feel like that's the best type of improvement, because that way it can actually kind of stick to you as a part of your lifestyle and who you are. And once you see the results that these little amounts of shift are resulting you in life, then maybe you would, want to do more and more and more. And this is when you get more inspired to be better when you see results. You're basically rewiring your brain to see everything in a different light. So these are my 3 advices I have for you guys for this video. These are not the only 3 advices, but I feel that this is a great start for you to, start making a change from today. This is the best time to start today. Don't leave it for tomorrow, because this is something you will want to practice every day. So seize the day and target any situation that you feel it's negative. Take that as an opportunity to assess it with what we spoke about today. So remember to, start your day in a positive note. Maybe write some affirmations like I do. I know that really helps me a lot. Write some words of encouragement. What are you grateful for? Because when we're negative, we tend to forget the things we have. We're just so blindsided and we don't see it from a bird's eye view that we just block our blessings technically. But yes, that is it for this video. I hope I only brought value to you. I would never want to waste nobody's time. And sorry for the background noise, guys. I do have a 1 year old now. There's definitely always going to be noise in the background or sound. So, yes. So, please, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, please like it down below. And I would love to hear in the comments what are some areas that you can improve in. I would love to read through them. And yes, so thank you so much for spending your time listening to me today. I'm really appreciative. And yes, that is it for this video. Thank you.